Welcome back. Now to Uganda, where a non-profit organization is spearheading and mentoring children to appreciate their environment by planting of trees and taking care of them until they grow. Little Hands Go Green, now an army of 80,000 school children, aspires to plant at least 1 million trees each year. Today, we meet the man behind the national campaign, Joseph Masembe, Executive Director of My Kid is a Superstar and Little Hands Go Green. Mr. Masembe, welcome to Africa 54.
Thank you very much.
Now, this is no small campaign. It has actually caught the attention even of the highest authority in the land.
Oh, President Museveni.
Exactly.
Yes, President Museveni actually, I don't know whether it's politically correct, but I say Get Crushed, our biggest event last year on December 16th, when about 16,000 children gathered to celebrate a green Christmas party. Fruit tree planting is essential in today's climate change era. Yes. So the president was excited by the number of children that were present at a green event. And he came, said hello, urged them to read their books, plant their trees, and keep the movement green.
That's really exciting. Now tell us, how did you first come up with the idea of involving children in the planting of trees?
Well, very basically, Uganda is one of those countries that is fast speaking on in terms of entertainment and technology. Now, there's a lot of entertainment that happens with children, but nothing for kids, if I can say that. So I created a fanfare event called My Kid is a Superstar, which set out to make sure the children can enjoy and blossom and enjoy their childhood. And when it started off with 6,000 kids in 2011, then 10,000 in 2012. So we thought to ourselves, what can we do to make children become meaningful participators in this whole climate change war? So we said, let's get them to plant 1 fruit tree each in their homesteads and schools, and it's been phenomenal. Started off with the 6,000 kids, there's now 80,000 kids.
And this is interesting. We all have to pay attention to the fact that these are not just trees, they are fruit trees. So how does this create that excitement for the kids?
Children, I grew up getting excited by watching a bean germinate.
Yes.
Now, you can imagine what a child watches a tree blossom. It has 2 leaves, 3 leaf buds, then oranges, and then they are growing and they're growing and they're ripe and I can eat them. Now, that is exciting to children, especially in our age bracket of children under 12. It gets them excited. They are passionate about what they do because they've planted a tree. They will eat fruit from that. And again, with the education of vitamin C coming from fruits, they realize that they're hitting so many birds with one stone. They're watching a project develop that will grow for years. They're having fruits which will give them vitamin C. And apart from that, it runs a little healthy competition. Mine has 10 fruits now. Yours has 12. Yours has 6, that kind of thing.
How do you mobilize these kids across the nation and also create that excitement so that it's not just a one-time event?
Children love to be superstars. That is why we have the arm that says, My Kid is a Superstar. Now, our mobilization goes deep down inside the schools. First of all, we make sure that the schools are entrenched in this. So the schools, we plant a symbolic tree in every school we go to. We have now done about 140 trees. But then we make sure that we give children the other element of fun fairs. That's why you see bouncing castles, horse riding, that whole excitement. So children come to one big green festival knowing that they will not only plant trees and understand environmental conservation, but they will have fun while they do that. Now, once you give children a chance to have fun and blossom, then they will enjoy and take in all the lessons that you give them. Hence the 80,000 strong movement.
Now, how has the government responded to your good work on the ground? Has there been some support?
Yes, the government has responded through 2 of its arms, the biggest being the National Council for Children, who are the custodians of the mandate of children all over Uganda. And they go with us wherever we go. They actually even take us to wherever they have a day of the girl child. They tell we are celebrating it in this district. Come and be a part of this. Come and entrench these children in that. The other one is the National Forestry Authority, which has gone through great lengths to help us, give us a couple of seedlings. But they have not basically been a lot in the business of fruit tree seedlings. And because we are doing fruit tree seedlings per se, we get the little they can, and now we are starting to create nursery beds for fruit tree seedlings scattered all over the country, such that the different districts and regions.
Now, we know that some parts of Uganda are very, very agriculturally productive. They're green, but other areas are fairly, especially to the west and north and west, are fairly dry.
Yes.
How do you deal with those areas?
The beauty of it all is that when it comes to fruit trees, they usually manage to blossom regardless of how hard or arid an area is. And we are going to try and attempt the impossible. For instance, in November, we're going to set up the first eco park in Karamoja, which is a semi-arid region. We actually want to use this as a pilot to show everybody else that if you make a little effort, you can. And children are keen on watering their trees. And so it means regardless of how dry or wet the place is, you can actually get to plant a fruit tree and watch it
Very
blossom.
quickly, nothing can happen without some challenges. Very briefly, what kind of challenges have you faced?
The biggest challenges we have faced are the reach. It's an amazing project and people love it, and you occasionally get people telling you, can you come to Maracha? Can you come to Arua, which is in the north or west Nile or stuff like that? And you can't run to all these places either with problems of fundings and logistics, but we are telling them that even when we haven't come as yet, start the little movement and we'll come and join you there. So it is the growth of seedlings, the nursery beds, and the logistics of trekking across the whole country.
It's a great job you're doing. I wish I could join you guys when you're in one of these kind of campaigns.
We'll plant a tree for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Masembe. Joseph Masembe is Executive Director. My Kid is a Superstar, and Little Hands Go Green.